And good evening, hockey fans in Newfoundland and Labrador, across Canada and around the world via the internet. Tonight, we are inside the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium in Grand Falls, Windsor, for a very important Central West Senior Hockey League game between the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts and the visiting Deer Lake Red Wings. Let's come up inside the booth. And, Robert, it is indeed a very big game. This is the final weekend of the regular season. First place up for grabs tonight.
And, George, anytime that you play, it's always a big game, but tonight is even more importance going into the last week of this regular season for the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts and the Deer Lake Red Wings. A victory for either team tonight in regulation, or I'm understanding a overtime win for the Cataracts will get in first place, or vice versa for the Deer Lake Red Wings. Is that right?
You're close.
Okay, well, close, not so bad.
Very close. A win for Deer Lake, either in regulation or overtime, gives them first place.
Gotcha.
Cataracts win in regulation, they get first place. Cataracts win in overtime, it'll come down to tomorrow's game against the Corner Brook Royals.
Wasn't that far off?
No. You were, like I said, you were close. Actually, I should have been listening. Maybe you were right. I don't know. So, it is a very big weekend. This is the final game for the Red Wings. Cataracts do have one more game. They're going to play 1:30 here tomorrow against the Corner Brook Royals. Again, depending on the outcome tonight, determine whether or not tomorrow's game means anything. Playoffs start next weekend. Cataracts will finish first or second, which means they will play Stephenville or Corner Brook, but it means they're going to play here at the Joe Byrne to open their best-of-7 series.
And, George, if you think about going back to October when they were still trying to put this team together and the league was still trying to really come to fruition, and you said to the Cataracts you would have an opportunity to be first place at the end of the regular season, they would have jumped at it.
Yeah, I confess I was one of the ones who went, not sure we can really put together a real competitive team. I saw Deer Lake play last year in the Herder. They were a pretty decent team.
Sure, yeah, no doubt.
And, with such short notice, but the Cataracts, they pulled it off. They put together a good team. They've got some good players, and they're right there. But speaking of, they have some good players. They've got some guys missing tonight.
Well, I mean, Mike Brent's been in the lineup since he decided to join the team in the new year. Andre Gill is out tonight. So that's two formidable players that are out, and they will be missed. Not only not only George in terms of their on-ice presence, but their off-ice presence. Andre being the head coach and filling in here and there as a player and so on and so forth. But not only that, racking up a lot of points since he's joined the team. Mike Brent, a stalwart on D. Those two players are going to be missed a lot tonight.
Yeah, Luke Daring also.
Yes.
That's three major players gone.
It's a lot of ice time.
Yeah, someone's going to have to step up and fill the void for the Cataracts. Starting goaltender night for the Cataracts, by the way, will be Tyler Whiffen. He had a very good weekend a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, he did.
The other, on the Deer Lake side, they're missing a few key players as well. One of the Hines brothers, Michael, is not here. Brandon is. He was not here last time we played. Also, Stephen Gillard was not here last time. He is in the lineup tonight, so a first chance for Cats fans to take a look at him.
Stellar player.
Very good defenseman. Ryan Penny, the Bull Penny, a veteran of senior hockey, is not available tonight, and they're missing their arguably number one goaltender, Billy Clark. So Foss will get the start for the Red Wings tonight, Jonathan Foss.
And the thing is, George, the Brandon Hines going back, has played a number of teams in Newfoundland Senior Hockey League. Everywhere he's played, he's scored. He's put up great numbers every time that he's put the skates on, whether it's been in this league or in other leagues, where he's been with the Gander Flyers, where he's been with the Corner Brook Royals or the Deer Lake Red Wings. And the thing is that fans here tonight in Grand Falls Windsor are excited to actually see him play. Possesses a lethal shot. I mean, a pro shot, arguably a pro shot. Anytime you're inside of the blue line, you get the puck on his stick. It's a good chance that it's going to be a great scoring opportunity. Yeah,
another big crowd on hand here at the Joe Byrne. A tremendous support for this team since they came back into the league.
Remarkable.
Back in the fall, and another pretty much a sellout, I think, maybe if not a sellout in terms of the seating capacity here tonight, which they've done a number of times already this year.
And, George, you got to give a shout-out to Big Dave Canning, who I see down at the end of the rink down there. He's got his orange hoodie on today, but it was a Halloween special today at the Windsor Stadium. He had a Toronto Maple Leaf jersey on. And I said, well, I didn't know you were dressing up.
Dave's a big Toronto Maple Leafs fan. All right, let's head down to ice level. Stadium announcer John Thompson doing the introduction of the Cataracts starting lineup. And then moving on to Deer Lake. Now we're getting set for the national anthem in just another moment or two. Just finish up the announcement of the Cataracts players, mentioning Tyler Whiffen starting in goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referees for tonight's game, Mr. Sean Keel, Miss Danielle Mills, Mr. Brian Rucci, and Mr. Kyle Cronin.
Robert, we're not the only ones doing double duty today, having called the Impact versus Western Kings earlier today in the afternoon. Referee for that game, one of them was Danielle Mills. She's back to referee another game tonight. 2 weeks ago became the first female to referee senior men's hockey in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
She did the game as well last night at Windsor Stadium. So she's a busy lady this weekend.
Cataracts in their dark greens. Red Wings in the white, red trim. We're underway. In first place in the Central West Senior Hockey League on the line here this evening. Here's Jordan Maher. Maher intercepted it, brings it in over the blue line. Maher stopped by Coffey. Maher still working hard, gets it down low. Here's Drover. Tried to play it around for Maher. That's picked off. And out come the Red Wings. Brandon Hines, that one off a skate. Dumped in by Lucas McKay and comes to the side of the goal, and Tyler Whiffen will hold it there.
One thing I'm interested in seeing tonight, George, is when the Deer Lake Red Wings get the puck down low, their old-time possession. That's so important anytime that you are facing a formidable team such as the Cataracts.
The Red Wings have Steven Sims at center.
Yeah,
right now to take that face off.
Last time I saw that, George, when he was with the Cataracts on their way to the Allen Cup.
Play forward or defense.
And done both of them well.
Hand pass. Sims to face off against Fitzgerald, wins the face off. It's a back to Lucas Robinson. Cataracts intercept that at center. Robinson gets to the puck, clears it in, around the boards. Held in, shot right on goal from a sharp angle by Anderson. Whiffen handle that. Here's Anderson along the boards. From behind the goal, hopped over the stick of Parsons. Sims. That pass misfired, looking for Byrne. Shot in by Oak. It'll come all the way out towards the blue line. It'll get out over the blue line. Shot back in by the Red Wings. Scott Cantwell. Go cross ice. David Byrne. He lost it. Cantwell's got it again. Got in over the top of the goal. Back to Cantwell. Cataracts having trouble getting it out eventually. Cantwell just dumps it out.
It's a very tough pass.
Snow backing up in his own end. He'll get the return pass. Roger Snow. Pass over to nobody over on that wing.
There's a couple of those tonight. Early.
It's tipped in front over the top of the goal. Mullet played it back behind the goal. Wicks gets it out. Comes off the boards, right into the crease, and Whiffen will cover it up there. Bit of a slow start to this game, Robert.
And we're not too far from the Cataract bench, George, and I listened to a couple of coaches as the Cataracts were in a little bit of trouble down low, yelling out, ice it, ice it, ice it, and they did exactly that.
Stephen Gillard tried to get a shot through, can't hold it in. Snow, the linesman gives him a look as that puck didn't miss him by much.
No. And George, I believe that he did the lines at today's game, so he's doing double duty.
Well, I tell you, all the referees in the region are busy this weekend.
They are indeed.
Between the Impact, the Cataracts, the Blades of the Intermediate League, the U15 tournament here at the Joe Byrne all weekend. Tough to find enough officials. Surprised you didn't get the call.
I can't believe it. Have my skates ready.
To talk to somebody.
That's why I didn't get the call.
Here's Drover, or Maher swinging in. Maher holding onto it, forced wide by Robinson. Down for Drover. Back out in front, comes all the way back to the point. Winter over to Cantwell. Down low. Maher. Back to Cantwell, one-timer. Blocked by Stephen Gillard. And Gillard quickly up ahead. Brandon Hines. Hines shoots it in wide of the goal. Cantwell will pick it up over in the far boards. He's poke checked as he was a little slow to move it. That's thrown right out through the crease. Sims played it out, shot back in. Cantwell got to be quick to get rid of it this time. Parsons to an open wing. David Byrne turns, backhands it in. Foss out to play it. Jonathan Foss in goal for the Red Wings and shoots it down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call against Deer Lake.
George, I think the last week when we were out, I don't think Winter was in the lineup or David Byrne. Both are in the lineup this weekend. Cataracts, just like every other team in the league, with players in and out due to work commitments and otherwise.
You play with the ones who are here. You don't worry about the ones who aren't, I guess.
No, you're exactly
It's
right.
It's the refrain for that one, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think so. And that being said, very tough on Stevens when they don't have their full lineup. Another really lopsided game in the Newfoundland Senior Hockey League on the West Coast last night.
Yeah, Stephenville, you really notice when they're missing their top players.
Yeah, and they're missing a lot of them.
And when they're there, they're a very competitive team. So
No question.
it's a question of who they bring to the party in the playoffs.
Hopefully they bring everybody when they...
I hope so.
Yes, it's good for everybody.
Fitzgerald standing still at center. Parsons all over him. Again, not a whole lot happening here in the first few minutes of this opening period of the feeling out process. And still at center. Urquhart came up with it. His pass was off the mark. Shot in. Nick Fitzgerald gets it back to Fitzgerald back at the point. Josh Fitzgerald, the defenseman. Nick, the forward. Cross ice. Urquhart will take it off the boards. Shoot it in. They come off the boards and out. Oak back to Snow. Snow up the middle. It's picked off by Josh Fitzgerald. Get off the boards. Cataracts bring it out. King. Kyle King in over the blue line. He stopped. Kane's turns. Good pass to Ellsworth. His shot off a stick goes wide. Comes right to the side of the goal. Whiffen's got to be careful. Bit of a funny bounce off the end boards.
Yeah. Puck hit on edge and came right back out to him. Whiffen stayed and held his post. Came right into his legs. Not sure if he knew where it was at the time. Was able to get the trapper down.
Just notice our scoreboard. We're saying 0-0 final. I guess you people noticed that we're still playing, so it's not a final. We changed it. It's first period. 14-12 left to go in the opening period. Red Wings win the faceoff. That shot goes in wide. Here's Murr to Maine. May with a shot. Save made by Foss. Comes through the boards. Drover. So Josh May gets the assignment on that line with Murr and Drover, normally occupied by Andre Gill, who is not playing tonight. May turning off the boards, plays it up through the middle. Steven Sims off the boards, gets it to Parsons. Parsons plays it in. Whiffen leaves it there for Cantwell. Marr around this side. And for Winter. Cantwell. That's tipped in. Saying it wasn't touched, but
Wow. Okay.
that's the call.
The D-man's stick went over his stick, so if it wasn't touched, he could say that, well, it wasn't able to be touched. Anyway, I could see Coach Paul Glean having a couple of words with the referees, a little chit-chat with them.
Face off in the Cataracts end right from the draw. A shot goes over the top of the goal. Robinson holding it in. From a very sharp angle, the puck goes up and out of play, and it was not touched. The face-off will come outside the blue line. Ryan Gruchy, the linesman, drops the puck, and we're underway again. Pass off the boards for Byrne. Byrne will flick it in. Red Wings will get it out. Gale. Up ahead for Byrne. He's poke checked. Sims. Nobody over on this side. There's Parsons. Shears heading for the front of the goal. Pass well behind him. Sims with a shot from a sharp angle off a stick goes behind. Sims has got it again. Feeds it back to the point. Nobody home. Fitzgerald. Swinging wide. Cuts in between two defensemen. Goes down. That pass picked off, and back come the Red Wings. Canes. Got Shears with him. That pass intercepted. Sims. Into the middle. Again, a pass didn't work. A lot of missed passes so far in this first period. Shears gets the center, shoots it in.
As soon as you spread your legs inside the blue line, you're parallel. You've got to pass it. There's nothing else you can do. It's a little bit easier to defend against.
Oak hustling back into his own end. King is on him. Oak gets it to the other side. To Gillard. Gillard gave it up. Here's King. King with a shot. That was blocked. As Jacob Oak got in the way of that one. Parsons gets to it, shoots it in. Off the end boards, it comes right out in front. A couple of players overskated. The Cataracts will come back. Kyle King poke checked at center. Winter. Good pass for Edgar. He'll shoot it in. Greg Edgar was not in the lineup last time the Cataracts were here. Coffey drops it back. Langdon with a shot. That was partially blocked. It goes into the corner. That's going to be a penalty to the Cataracts. Both referees have their arms in the air. McKay comes back to get it. Delayed penalty.
It's an easy call.
Goaltender's gone to the bench for the sixth attacker. McKay to Parsons. Over to Butt. And it's touched up, and the Deer Lake Red Wings will go on the power play.
Yeah, and George, the thing is that one of the things you're going to note now, you're going to have Gillard back out there. You're going to have Steven Sims, Brandon Hans. And these guys are shooters, and I can guarantee you they're going to be looking to try to tee up Brandon Hines. on the left side, being a right-handed shooter.
Yeah, Hines will set up over in that left face-off circle, and they will try and get it to him.
George says, you notice that I notice these things too, and I'm going to text Brian Gushy in between periods, not during the game. He probably won't answer his phone.
I hope not.
But it looks like he has new skates on to me.
Langdon with a shot, no traffic in front. I thought for a second it looked like he had no skates on. I said, then we got a story. New skates.
Yeah, and
They're
so
shiny.
I'm gonna text him. He's doing a lot of games.
They appear worn out. Gillard back at the right point, down and along the boards. Gillard gets it back. It's Coffey down low. You look over that left circle. Hines is there.
He's waiting.
Moves in a little bit lower. I'm going to watch him. This is Brandon Hines. Winds up, shoots it. There was a deflection, but it went wide. Hard shot by Hines back at the blue line, and Whiffin's got that. Doesn't give up a rebound.
The thing is with Brandon Hines, George, it doesn't matter if he's on the left side or right side. He's going to shoot it. When the puck is on his stick, he's shooting it. He got a little bit of mustard on that one, there's no doubt about it, but Whiffin came out to challenge it in the blue and was able to see the puck all the way. There was nobody in front of him. Off to the side.
Minute 20 to go in the power play. Scott Cantwell in the box for the Cataracts. And the Cataracts come up with the loose puck off the faceoff, clear it down the ice. Foss comes out to play it. He'll tee it up there for Stephen Gillard. As for Langdon, comes into Whiffin, and again, Tyler Whiffin will hold on to it.
Puck just a little out of the reach of Langdon. And of course, because of that, wasn't able to come in over the blue line with good possession.
Another face-off win for the Cataracts. Puck goes into the corner. Red Wings come up with it. 52 seconds to go in the power play. Behind the goal. Back at the point for Gillard. Back in behind. And it's stolen inside the blue line, and out come the Cataracts. This is Maher. Maher drops it for Drover. Maher heading for the front of the goal. They almost got the pass through, but now the Red Wings will come back. Robinson leading the rush. Drops it off on the left side. Sims couldn't get to it and intercept it and cleared down the ice.
Sims has to take that in the corner, have the D-man to force him to chase him. Then he can use his D-man.
Gillard trying to split the defense, lost it, and again it's cleared by the Cats. 8 seconds to go in the power play. Gillard to McKay, and that's going to do it. Just the one shot for the Red Wings on that power play. That from Brandon Hines back at the blue line. Nothing else.
No, and the thing is, George, they were able to get in, but they never had a whole lot of possession. Getting in over the blue line is just one situation, and they had lost two faceoffs, which were critical, and Cataracts were able to execute getting the puck down the ice with relative ease, and that kills off 25-30 seconds each and every time.
Josh Fitzgerald tried to get it to Nick. Everybody overskated it. Nick picks it up. Back to Josh. His shot goes in wide. Here's Mullet. Mullet in over the blue line. Mullet pulls it back, shoots it. Whiffin made the save. Wasn't quite sure where that rebound was. Cleared to the boards. Byrne over there looking for it. Red Wings come up with it. Back at the point. Oak. Doesn't get it deep. And it's cleared out. Mullet. Back at center. Byrne knocked that down with his glove. Mullet's got it again. Sims got a stick on it. Cleared it in. McKay back in his own end. Leaves it in the corner for Oak. That's picked off. Edgar shot, put it in wide. Urquhart on the far side at the blue line. Moves it ahead for Canes. Canes will shoot it in right on Whiffin. Whiffin will leave it there. Gave it to Gale. Gale to King. King trying to split the defense. Goes right into the goaltender, and Foss will put the trapper on it, and we'll get a face-off in the Red Wings end.
Not a whole lot of much of anything going
No.
on right now, George.
Very quiet. Seems like everybody, big crowd on hand. Everybody's just waiting
is a
for
big
something to happen.
It is a very big crowd again tonight. And, of course, Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts been blessed with great crowds all year.
Drover tried to get it to Maher, picked off by Langdon. Brandon Hines along the boards, little button hook, throws it across the other side for Sims. Sims with a shot that goes wide. Maher is on it.
It's going to be a hooking penalty on Brandon Hines.
He got the stick engaged, and Jordan Maher. Now the Cataracts will go on the power play.
See that coming every time. Puck was on the other side of him. He wasn't in a good position. Tried to get the puck. As soon as you put your hands into someone's stick, that's a penalty all the time.
Face-off is tipped out. Josh Fitzgerald back to pick it up. Trying to get it to Maher. Anderson picked that off, drops it back. Shot down, caught by Whiffen, and he's going to have to hold on to it with Sims right there.
That's something you want to do when you're on the power play.
You'd prefer not to.
Cataracts need to get back now. They need to come out in full units, not this junctured unit, just 1, 2 at a time, and looking at these 75-foot rink-wide passes, so still they just don't work.
Fitzgerald stops behind his goal. Gives it to Maher. Maher with some speed. He'll gain the blue line. Maher stopping up back at the point. Maher gets the return pass from Nick Fitzgerald. Drover. Drover off the boards. Back to Josh Fitzgerald. To Nick. Maher. Down to Drover. Drover working it out in front. Knocked down. And the Red Wings come up with it. They defended that well. One minute to go in the power play. Maher. It's the center. Keeps going. And shoots it in. Red Wings get it to the blue line and out. Maher's got it again. Maher brings it in. Leaves it there for Drover. Back for Josh Fitzgerald. He'll shoot it. That gets in on goal. It's bobbled. It's still loose, but in behind the goal. Puck now free in the corner. Back to Drover. Coffey, his shot went off a leg. Nick Fitzgerald. Turning back at the blue line. There's 15 seconds to go in the power play. Back to Maher. Maher was looking for Drover down at the far post. And the Red Wings got a stick in the way of that.
It's going to be a tripping penalty, George.
So with just 3 seconds left to go in the penalty to Hines, Red Wings pick up another penalty. Very, very brief 5-on-3. Brett Urquhart down to the penalty box, tripping.
Cataract forward down low, positioned himself well, put his back to the defender. The defender wasn't able to get at him, and because of that, gave him a little chop on the back of the leg, and down he went.
We had a different power play unit out there now for the Cataracts. That first unit was out for almost the entire first one. Hines came out of the penalty box and tried to shoot it down the ice. A break there for the Cataracts as it hit somebody at the Cataracts bench. Face-off is going to come back down into the Deer Lake end. 5-on-4. Puck comes to the boards. Jeremy Drover played it in, but Oak has got it, and Oak will take it and clear it down the ice. Hines in there looking for it, short-handed. Whiffen plays it around the boards. Hines knocked it off the stick at May and then gets the return pass, and from well outside shoots it in wide of the goal. May. King just avoided a hit. Pass across the blue line. Stick gets in the way of that. Just a minute 10 to go in the power play. Cantwell to Fitzgerald. Cataracts change again. Fitzgerald allowed to bring it up. Fitzgerald pulls it back, one off the stick of Robinson to the corner. Maher back out there now for the Cataracts. Cantwell holds it in, trying to get it down in the corner. Puck bouncing around. Drover has it. Back to Cantwell, one-timer, stopped by Foss, and he doesn't give up a rebound. 37 seconds left to go in the power play.
Need to get a little bit of traffic in front of the net, even from a one-timer like that. Goaltender usually doesn't have as much time to react. However, nobody in front of the net, it's relatively an easy save. You're coming right from the blue line, unless you have an absolute howitzer.
All right, see what the Cataracts can do with this effort. Nick Fitzgerald skated in. Circles the goal, thought about it. Back at the point, Josh Fitzgerald. That pass in behind Maher. The Cataracts will set up. In front for Drover, he's poke checked, Maher's got it. Just 3 seconds to go in the power play. Another good kill for the Red Wings. Now out they come. Parsons, shot, whiffing. Snatches that out of the air.
Not a whole lot went on with the power play, George, via the team. And one of the things is that even though you have puck possession, you're not able to set up and start to move people around. When you're stagnant, that means you're passing the puck, but you're not moving. For the defenders, it's not too difficult to defend against. You stay between the dots and keep the puck to the outside, and you've done your job.
Robinson holds it in. That shot went wide. Edgar to May. May turning inside his own blue line. Off the boards. That'll come out. Just got out. We'll go right down to the goaltender, Foss. Calmly plays it over to his defenseman. Gillard to Robinson. Robinson, long pass up the middle, looking for Hines. Right on goal.
This is tipped in, I tell you. Goaltender Whiffen had to be aware.
Change direction out at the blue line. Edgar. Cantwell. It's knocked down. Cataracts slow to move it. Finally do. Gillard back in his own end. Only a minute and a half to go here in the first period. Langdon working against Fitzgerald. Langdon goes down. Fitzgerald's got the puck. Gets it out. Lucas Robinson. Robinson turning. He's got some speed now as he crosses the blue line. Puts it in well wide of the goal. Will come out. On it is Drover. Here's Cody Drover getting a little bit of room. Drover in there. Backhand scores! Would have been a penalty.
Would have been a penalty, George. Coming through the middle of the rink like that. Robinson decided to make a check. Drover picks it up. Comes out, makes a nice little move. Takes the slash as well. If you watch here, he's coming through with speed. Brings it back to the middle, gets a slash right here. 2 slashes, actually. Goaltender, I think, was fooled because Drover wanted to get the shot away a little quicker. He never, and because of that, the goaltender had committed. Puts it in the back door. 1 minute left in the period.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was any room there for Drover. It looked like the two Deer Lake defense were back in position, but he managed to cut between them.
Yeah, good speed coming in over the blue line. Anytime you're doing that, then a good puck handler and such as Cody Drover, they put the slash on, it's just not going to work.
So the Cataracts strike first. This very important Senior Hockey League game. As we mentioned off the top, first place on the line.
And anytime you score first, and particularly when it's late in the period, the opposition will force a little bit, right? And everybody knows what's at stake here tonight.
Yep. Either team wins in regulation, they get first place.
And I mean, Deer Lake started off the season just a whirlwind. They were dominant in every game. And you know, the Cataracts were a little late getting on the goal, but now they have, and they've gotten better each and every week. And I know that two of these teams are eyeing each other.
Right down below us. Sims able to get it in deep. Parsons plays it back to McKay. To Snow. That went off a stick, and the Cataracts intercept that at center. Back comes Coffey. Coffey in over the blue line. It's a couple of whacks at it. Second one, he got through to the goaltender. Foss hangs on.
You can hear his teammates telling him, shoot, shoot, shoot. Anytime with, you know, less than 30 seconds left in the period, you're getting in over the blue line. Put it at the goaltender. You can't go wrong.
A scramble draw. Brandon Hines has got it. 9 seconds to go in the period. There's a chance for Coffey. Coffey holding it, and he blew a tire.
He did.
That's held against the post. 2.1 seconds left. He was getting ready to make a play and suddenly lost his balance.
Well, Brandon Hines was coming down on the left-hand side, George.
Yeah.
You know, his lovely position to be in for him, looking to get that one-timer. And if he gets a one-timer, look out. But as you said, he blew a tire.
That'll do it. So the Cataracts scored late. Cody Drover with the only goal of the period. Makes it 1-0 for the home side. There's the shots on goal. 9-7 in favor of the Deer Lake Red Wings.
Yeah, it's a bit of a slow start. It wasn't a whole lot of action. There was a couple of opportunities for both teams, but I thought that it was more of a tentative period where they're feeling each other out. And, of course, a late goal, 1 minute left in the period, always bodes well when you're going into the dressing room. And both of these teams know, you know, we need to win this game. First place is vital, Georgie. I know that, you know, not only in terms of home ice advantage, because even if you get second, you still get home ice advantage, but it's who you play.
Yeah, well, it's going to come down to, you know, Red Wings and Cataracts, whether they play Stephenville or Corner Brook.
Yeah.
Cataracts and Deer Lake will finish 1-2, not sure which order. Corner Brook will finish third, Stephenville fourth. So whoever, you know, wins tonight gets Stephenville.
That's
and
right.
the loser gets Corner Brook. And listen, Corner Brook's been playing well lately.
They have been playing well, George. They've really upped their game. And, of course, we know through Newfoundland Senior Hockey League and the West Coast Senior League and of all of its formats, Deer Lake and Corner Brook, it's a huge, huge rivalry over there.
Well, that would be big if they meet in the semifinals.
It certainly would, right? And, of course, but, you know, the thing is the game's got to be played. And then you talked about Corner Brook are really after up in their game. And, of course, I know that their support on the West Coast is tremendous, as is Deer Lake's, as is the Cataracts. And, I mean, it really bodes well for next 3 to 5 weeks.
And listen, Stephenville, if they have everybody going,
They are a formidable team.
They're a dark horse, and they could create an upset if they have everybody going. It sounds strange after losing so many lopsided games, but you and I know, and most people who follow the league know that they've lost those games when they've been missing multiple key players. To get everybody in the lineup, they've had some very competitive games.
Well, they went into Stephenville, or excuse me, they went into Deer Lake there a couple of weeks back and had 2 really, really good games with their full lineup.
Yeah, they took one game off of Deer Lake and lost the next one 4-2 with an empty net goal. So,
that's,
they're right there too if they've got their bodies. Anyway, we're going to take a break here at the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium. Cataracts leading the Deer Lake Red Wings 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. You're watching Central West Senior Hockey League action from the Joe Byrne here exclusively on AO.live. All right, 1-0. Cataracts leading the Red Wings after the first period of play. Teams are back out. We are getting set for period number 2. Shots on goal 9-7 favoring the Red Wings in that opening 20 minutes. Goal by Cody Drover late in the first period. Only goal of the game so far. Langdon turns the stick over, knifes it in. It goes way up over the glass into the mesh behind Tyler Whiffen. So the face-off will come outside. Going to bring it all the way back just outside the Red Wings blue line. McKay over to Langdon. Drew Langdon fed it in front, cleared away by Jeremy Drover. That's going to be one of those penalties.
Another one.
Put your stick on top of the other guy's stick, he drops it, and you go to the penalty box.
See you later.
But that's the way it's called.
It is. We've seen it repeatedly. Actually, the referee was pretty emphatic about the slash on his, indicating the thing. I think his slash was a little heavier than Mars.
So Meyer gone to the penalty box, so an early power play here in the second period for the Red Wings. Stephen Gillard steps in. That shot went off somebody wide. Cataracts able to get it out. Here's Drover. Drover trying to cut inside, had the puck taken away. Now he's got to hustle back. Well, that's picked off and moved ahead.
It's going to be a hooking penalty here. George behind the play out there, like last possession of the puck, and you can see
Cody Drover for his work. Drew
Yeah.
a penalty against the Red Wings, so we're going to go 4-on-4 for a little bit.
And George, if you know the players haven't gotten it tonight, they should get it right now. There's been 3 of these calls that have been made where a player's been behind you. You've got your stick engaged either in their hands, their arms, or their midsection, and you're getting called a penalty.
Darren Langdon not particularly happy with that call.
I'm very surprised.
Penalty to the Red Wings, number 61, Drew Langdon. 2 minutes,
Drew Langdon is gone.
59 seconds.
Yeah, you know.
59
He's disappointed because it was on his son as well, and a power play.
A lot going on with that call. Again, we're 4-on-4. Anderson protecting the puck well, gets it back to the point for Gillard. Back for Anderson. Good job to take that pass off his skate, control it. Dumps it behind the goal. Sims back there waiting for it. Winter takes him to the boards. Fitzgerald comes away. Nick Fitzgerald.
I said a power play. Is that correct? It's not a power play. It's a 4-on-4.
We're 4-on-4 right now. For another 49 seconds. Barring any other penalties or goals. Robinson getting around the outside of Winter. Shot scores!
Whiffen never moved, George. He went down in a butterfly position, and he doesn't react. He doesn't move at all. And if you look at Robinson being a right-handed shooter, D-man coming down, if you just watch the goaltender doesn't react, he goes down early. But not quite sure what happened, but Robinson evens things up, 1 apiece. Here, just under 2 minutes gone in the second period.
Stay 4-on-4 as that was an even strength goal. Josh Fitzgerald. Jeremy Drover. Kyle King. Shot wide. Coffey takes it off the boards. Takes a bump. Cataracts steal it, threw it out in front. King was alone there, but that pass just had too much on it.
Yeah, that was a wicked pass.
Got a little excited and they saw King out in front by himself, and Whiffen gave it away behind the goal. Canes tried to make the pass. Heads up. Oh, was that a shot into the crowd across the way? We saw that a couple of weeks ago.
We did.
A fan was injured.
Your next goal scored by number 9, Lucas Robinson.
Same sort of play from the same spot.
Very similar. Mike Brent tried to get rid of it the last time. Never tried to get rid of it. He did. This one was with a little bit more gusto. One up there. I'm looking at 2 guys over there with hoodies on. They look like they're part of some type of minor hockey team. They're quick. young lads.
Yeah, everybody seems to be okay. They're looking for the puck, see who'd get the souvenir. So now it's the Cataracts on the power play for the next 27 seconds.
What he's saying here now is that because the Cataracts were late making the change and they had to wait, the centerman should be tossed out of the face-off dot. And I'm thinking that's the case right here.
And
Here
you're
we
correct. Drover comes in to take it. Cataracts control it. Josh Fitzgerald.
The old saying goes, much ado about nothing, George.
Yep.
Shakespeare.
Billy had a few things to say. Nick Fitzgerald. Played it back, and that is just kept in along the blue line. Looked like it was going to get out.
It did. Great job by the D-man.
Penalty to the Red Wings is over, so we are now even strength, 5-on-5 again. In this tie game, look out, here's Brandon Hines. Hines, he'll shoot it. Whiffin's got that, hangs on.
Brandon Hines did not want to shoot that puck, George, which is a rarity for Brandon Hines. He picked that puck up in the neutral zone. He's waiting for someone to come up. Now, he might have wanted to get the puck back, but he didn't, he was looking for some type of support that wasn't coming, so he said, well, just inside of the blue line, I'll take my patented wrist shot. Not a lot of excitement so far, George.
It's been a quiet game
What's
for
going-
such an important game. Maybe that's why.
How come?
Everybody's sitting on the edge of their seats and the players gripping the stick a little tighter. I don't know. It has been fairly uneventful. A couple of goals, one aside, and a lot of this sort of thing. No icing.
No, that's a good no icing call.
Okay.
Cantwell could have got to that puck, and he chose not to go hard to it.
Cataracts with trouble in behind their own net. Oak with a shot. That's deflected. The puck is still loose. It's in the crease. They tried wrap around the other side. Didn't quite get to the front of the goal.
This one will be an icing.
.401 gone here in the second period. Red Wings have tied it up.
A lot of bantering back and forth between the officials and the benches here tonight. And I was watching the official going back down the ice.
McKay couldn't hold it in. Good pass for Sims. Sims will backhand it in. Josh Fitzgerald getting to it. Knocked off the stick of King. He'll go to the boards. Parsons trying to chase him down. King got rid of it out at center. Lucas McKay. Josh Fitzgerald for the Cataracts. And to Jeremy Drover. Parsons holds it in, puts it in wide. There's a lot of shouting going on down there, Robert. You able to pick up what's happening? What everybody's all
Trying to
vexed
listen
about?
For not much excitement, there's a lot of excitement vocabulary-wise.
King turning, shooting, and that didn't miss by much on the short side. Parsons picks it up, dumps it out. Cantwell, that pass off the mark. He's looking for Ethan Sims. McKay, long stretch pass. Urquhart knocks it down, then controls it. Goes the other side. Parsons winds up, shot wide. Urquhart's got it on the near side. Threw it right out in front, got by everybody. There was a chance. Coffey threw it in front. Oh, a big time save by Foss.
Sims got on his horse. Ethan Sims for the Cataracts, that is. Recognized there was a turnover and went hard to the open ice. Was able to get the pass from Coffey. Goaltender came up with a nice glove save.
Nice play, better save. Cataracts win the faceoff. Wicks gets it down in behind the goal. Edgar looking for it. Young with Coffee. Kept in by Gale. Wicks pinches in. The puck goes up over the glass into the crowd. I think the faceoff will stay in the Red Wings end.
I think so.
Robinson out at center, misses everybody. Controlled by May, then he mishandled it. Haynes gives it to Shears. Shears shoots it in. Wicks back to pick it up.
Quick change by the Red Wings there. They're trying to match lines now to get out against the Jordan Murr Drover May line.
Gale gets it past Langdon to Drover. Drover gets it out down the ice. Race for it. Maher really getting on his horse, getting in there. Great job there by Langdon. Robinson get it in front. And Whiffen with his best save of the game.
Yeah, come across, George. Got that pad down. Looked like it was going to be a tap-in goal. Got the pad out across. It was a nice 2-on-1. Executed well. Good speed for the lines coming in over the blue line. Gaining possession.
Both goaltenders coming up with big saves in the last couple of minutes. Oak shot doesn't get through. It sits there in the crease. Langdon's got it behind the goal. Gillard pinching in, keeps it in. Josh Fitzgerald has it for the Cataracts. Turns, plays it back behind the goal. Jeremy Drover. He's pushed to the boards. Red Wings getting in on it. Langdon got it out in front for Coffey. Missed it. Gillard with a shot. That was blocked. Murr's got it. Jordan Murr away with Nick Fitzgerald. Murr. Oh, and a great play by Gillard to get back. Murr looked up to decide if he was going to shoot it or pass it, and Gillard took it away.
Yeah, I think so. And he looked in. As soon as he did, Gillard was able to make a nice poke check.
Fitzgerald. Langdon's all over him.
Yeah, he needed to get rid of that puck. Langdon is a good forward checker with a lot of reach. Forced a turnover.
Yeah, Langdon rather causing all kinds of trouble for the Cataracts in their own end. Fitzgerald now has it. Move it up slowly. Jeremy Drover will dump it in. McKay. Sims trying to chase him down. McKay gets it to the boards. Just gets rid of it at center. Cantwell. And nobody touched that. That'll be an icing call against the Cataracts.
Nobody touched it. There's anybody, unless you're a good wide receiver or tight end, such as Travis Kelce for tomorrow. Anybody trying to put their paws on that one's going to be difficult.
Stolen behind the net, thrown out in front. Went by everybody back towards the blue line. Parsons chips it in. Here's Anderson behind the goal. Knocked off his stick to the boards. Couple of good shifts here for the Red Wings. Anderson got it out in front again. McKay with a shot. That went off of Edgar. McKay follows up on it. Takes it down in deep. Cataracts just get rid of it. Anderson's got it. Or sorry, it's Robinson. This is Anderson. To Sims. Steven Sims shot blocked. Big juicy rebound. That went off the defenseman Cantwell. And Whiffen had to make another save.
He did. He had to kick it the right leg again.
All Red Wings right now. Cataracts able to get it out. Robinson.
On the offsides.
Yeah, Red Wings can't touch it. They all clear. Gillard backs up. Gets the puck. Shoots it in. Carter Mullet. Hit against the boards. Puck comes loose. Cataracts just get rid of it. Gillard back to pick it up. Cataracts getting a partial change in. Blocker save by Whiffen. Drover couldn't get away. Coffey pounces on the loose puck. He'll take it, shoot it in. Collision down in the corner. Puck goes up in the air, comes back towards the blue line. Jeremy Drover holds it in. May hit hard into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty.
That's an easy call.
And Drover ran in support of his teammate.
Now May is, he's back onto that play.
He and Snow are going to throw down. Snow with the initial penalty. Offsetting after that?
I would think so. It's a initial penalty is definitely going to go for a boarding. Maybe a double monitor, not sure. The player was hurt. It was definitely from behind, and the official put his hand up immediately. May was no doubt hurt on the play. Still out there now, bent over, holding his arm. Not sure why he's not in on the bench getting some treatment, but he is now. And then I just think it will be offsetting 5-minute majors, I would think.
So their night will be done.
I don't think that there's going to be any instigating in regards to this.
Well, all four officials, as you can see, are down at the penalty box area discussing it. And we wait.
Yeah.
Get a little kung fu fighting playing here at the stadium.
That's nice. I like it. Who's on the tunes tonight, George?
I don't know if Mike McDonald is back. I know he
Okay.
he did the music for the Cataracts for a number of years, and someone told me he was coming back to do it.
Yeah, I seen him a couple of weeks back.
Sounds like something Mike would do.
Yeah, it's almost like sort of like a dance music night here tonight. Not a lot of action on the ice. Might be some in the fans. Bud Light Lounge looks pretty good. Brian Casey told me he was going to visit there tonight. I'm not quite sure if I see him or not.
Well, let's see if this little tussle wakes things up a little bit. It's been a very quiet game.
Has been. I think I'm able to see Bill Healy up in his perch in the Bud Light Lounge.
Hey, call out everybody who's up in the Bud Light Lounge. Yeah.
Let's see if Bill's got $5 for me. Is that how much it is for a beer up there now, George?
I don't know. I'm always here in the booth.
Yeah, me too. We get delivery? We don't get delivery up here, do we? Not in Greckleville?
Friendly, to Derek, number 4, Roger Snow. Roger Snow, 5 for fighting, 2 for voting. Game is counted. Number 26, on the Cataracts, Jeremy Drover, 5 for fighting, 2 for equipment violation, plus a game is counted.
Equipment
You take his helmet off, I wonder?
No, I think his jersey coming off because you're supposed to have the tie downs.
Right.
I've never understood that rule for the life of me. Equipment violation. So if a player on the other team grabs you and hauls your jersey over you, that's an equipment violation. That's an absurd rule. I don't care who it goes against. If you're in a tussle with someone in a fight and someone grabs your helmet and your shirt and you haul it off, how's that equipment violation? Sounds good. Makes no sense, however. So that will be offsetting, George.
Everything will offset.
Yeah, it's easy. Why did it take so long?
2, Snow for boarding, 5 for fighting, game misconduct.
5 for fighting. I think that's a group, too. Got to do something here, George.
5 for fighting. Was it a song?
I think it's a group, isn't it? Someone should text us that.
Google that one. 5 for fighting. Didn't Rex Gowdy do that one on Canadian Idol?
Oh, my goodness.
I tell
Going
you,
back a ways.
I tell you, pulling that one out of nowhere, hey?
Sexy Rexy. Wow.
Pride of Burlington. He and Sean Majumder.
Yeah.
His own hometown. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Brandon Hines gets it in over the blue line, dumps it into the corner. Off the boards. Langdon Played it out in front. Whiffen got a stick on it. It sits right there in the crease. Now Whiffen's got it and holds on.
Number of times, George, that's happened. Down in the blue paint. Not quite sure if the goaltender's not able to see it or not, but from our vantage point, we could see it.
Langdon in to take the face off for the Red Wings. Coffey comes up with the puck. And the puck comes out. Gillard back to get it.
Gillard's a strong D-man, both sides of the puck and ice. Plays
That'll
on the
be
left side, gets over to the right side quite easily. Him and Robinson are a formidable duo back there for the Deer Lake Red Wings.
There'll be an icing call against Deer Lake. 9:28.
George,
That's
never
the
had a-
halfway mark in this one. Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, we never had a lot of excitement in the first period. We haven't had a whole lot more in the second period.
No, other than we had one goal and a fight,
A little tussle,
but the play has been less than spirited.
equipment violation.
Not going to let that one go, are you?
No,
No.
I don't like that.
Sims knocks it down at center. He'll touch it first. Nick Fitzgerald. Back to Wicks. For King off of his skates. Anderson looking for it. Anderson knocks it down. He's got it along the boards. And a sharp angle shot went off of Wicks, trickles into Whiffen. Another face-off in the Cataracts end.
Yeah, a couple of loose pucks down low, and you got to realize just getting inside of the blue lines or outside of the blue lines, you got to try to protect that puck as best you can. Looking down at the Cataracts bench and looking at Byrne, Brent, and Jewer. Haven't
That
seen much
shot-
ice time.
Sorry, that shot got through.
Yeah,
Whiffen
I think
made
it
the
hit
save.
Whiffen, didn't know it.
Fitzgerald's shot goes wide. He's got it behind the goal. Stops up. Protecting the puck. Back at the point. Off a stick in behind the goal. Fitzgerald's got it again to King. Josh Fitzgerald was looking for Sims, rather, that is 29. And Fitzgerald's got it back at his blue line. Gives it up to Cantwell. Cantwell up ahead. This is King off the boards. Good pass for Fitzgerald. They get it in, but stopped there by McKay. King got a stick on it. King gets it in a little bit deeper. That is still in. That shot blocked by McKay. Steven Sims. Shot off a stick, goes behind the goal, over to the far boards. Fitzgerald. Cantwell. That's tipped in by Oak. Gillard back to pick it up. Gillard taken to the boards, keeps going. Gillard now with a bit of ice. Brings it in. Looking for Shears. Gillard got to it and put it over the top of the goal.
Good rush.
Back to Gillard. Winds up. Hard shot. Not sure who that hit. Whiffen went down. A Red Wing player went down.
Calling for goaltender interference here. The Cataracts are yelling. I think that puck hit the Cataract defenseman, George. That slap shot, that beam.
Gillard.
I think it may have gone off of Wicks.
Gillard was allowed to just walk in and wind up. Here's May. Trying to get the return pass from Drover, and it goes right into the goaltender, Foss, who will
Wicks took
hold
that
on
one.
to it.
Took it in the midsection. Got a part of the pants protected it, but and that was a howitzer shot from Gillard coming off of his right defenseman position. Was able to walk in top of the circle and let go a very hard shot.
Well, Mick Beersford just sent me a message. He's listening. 5 for Fighting is indeed a band.
Thank you. What was their song? They had a real good song. I used to love singing it.
Let's hear it.
I can remember playing it down to school all the time, and the students loved when I would sing.
Yeah, I remember, but Rex Gowdy did a song by them. He called it the hockey song. It was called Five for Fighting. But I guess it was by the band, so he called it that. And Superman, 100 Years.
Yeah, I can remember that one.
Yeah, remember those songs. Anyway, thanks, Mick.
Good to have you listening.
Gave me a lot more information about the band, by the way, in that message. It was just too much. Out in front it comes. Sims with a chance. His shot scores. Looked like Whiffen had it.
Yeah, he gets down in a square position, George, hoping the puck's going to hit him. It does hit him. Hits him on the inside of the arm. Trickles in the back of him. Sims got rid of a quick shot.
Here it is, Robert.
Watch here now. We have a turnover down low. The Cataracts are not in a bad position. There's a little turnaround. They come back out. Just a quick wrist shot. Two of them. Whiffen goes down. Whiffen goes down square. No screen. Hits him in the arm. I think he thought he had it, or at least by him somewhere, but it trickled in the back of the net, and a couple of goals apiece.
So now the Red Wings have taken the lead. 2-1. Up in by Anderson. Nick Fitzgerald turning.
It's offsides.
And they do get it.
Linesman and referee called that one.
And the color analyst.
Well, every now and again we get it. You know, it's a little. We get a good vantage point here, George. I should have waited.
We do indeed. We've got a great seat here.
A little bit more comfortable than it was out to the Windsor Stadium today. Once you get to sit down, not a bad little spot up here. Semi-warm.
And behind the goal to the far boards. Sims. He's got rid of it. Robinson turning. Anderson with some room. Anderson winds up, puts it wide. Keynes tried to play it back to the defense. It's tipped out. Robinson turns, shoots it right back in. King can't get away. King to the blue line, steps around the defender, but just on the left, his teammate stepped in offside.
Yeah, because the defenseman came out, forced him to take a little step to his left, put his forward went off side by a foot or two. I forgot to text linesman Gushy as well about his skates, and I know that they're new skates. But I'm also going to ask him, what is the equipment violation? Now, we probably only got 20 minutes in between periods, so it should take.
There's Urquhart.
Hope I get a chance to read it all. Can't believe Eddie Flood hasn't texted me.
Up to the side of the goal. Red Wings are on it right out in front. A great chance.
I think Wicks might have stopped it, George. He definitely got a stick on it.
He was the only one there. He deflected it wide. But it's been pretty much all Red Wings here in the second period. A couple of chances for the Cataracts, but most of the play been down to our left. There's another one. Whiffen's got that and holds on.
But Wicks was there, George, and the forward was all alone for the derelict Red Wings, and just a wide open, gaping net. And if he never got a stick on it, he was able to get the stick on his other stick to get it going up and wide.
I thought Josh Shears had the empty net.
It definitely looked like it from here.
This puck will come out. Meyer jumps on it. It's forced to stop, turns it over. Back comes Hines. Hines with a shot. Saved by Whiffen.
George, we were talking earlier. We watched the start of the game, and Sims was playing forward position as center, not even a left winger, but a centerman. But he's gone back into his familiar D role now, and that's where he scored his goal from his defensive position.
Meyer goes down. Langdon goes down. Josh Fitzgerald comes away with the puck. Over will shoot it in. and hit something and then hit the side of the net. May turns, puts it through the crease. Fitzgerald from his knees plays it behind the goal. Robinson's got it for the Red Wings. Off the glass and out. Caught, dropped, played by Coffey. Tried to feed it in front and coming back to pick it up was Josh Fitzgerald. Cantwell got a stick in the way of that pass.
You can hear Brandon Hines all the way up here calling for that pass.
There's Coffey. Coffey's got some room. A shot. Just getting the left pad down was whiffing. Here's Maher. Maher working against Gillard. Swings wide. Puts it in around behind the goal. Parsons just got rid of it. Winter. Up for May. That'll be an icing call against the Cats.
Well,
go ahead.
I do have a message from referee-in-chief Eddie Fudd. I'm glad he's listening.
He's going to explain the equipment violation rule to you. Oh, never mind. That laugh tells me there may have been more to that text.
No, actually,
okay.
he's
that bounces right into Whiffen. It's still loose. You still see it loose. Whiffen never saw it.
That's a number of times, George, and there's going to be a penalty behind the play, I think.
Nope.
Okay, it looked like when the stick was pushed away, many times that the referee will call interference on that or unsportsmanlike conduct. But it went for nothing.
Gillard dumps it in, waited for his line mate to get up around the blue line. High in the air, right down below us. Lucas McKay. Quickly ahead for Shears. Shears getting in. Shears shoots. Put it wide, short side. May have got the outside of the net. Gillard's shot goes wide. And the puck goes out of play. The faceoff will stay in the Cataracts' end, but certainly the Red Wings coming on here in the second period have had much better of the play. Shots on goal, 26-9 right now. Okay, Robert, what have you got for us?
Mr. Going, this is the rule for illegal equipment. It's a safety issue. If the jersey is pulled up over the head, the player may be at a disadvantage. Safety first. Thank you, Mr. Flood.
That's why they've got to be tied down.
Yeah.
There's Oak. Wrist shot that went off of Maher, up and out of play.
So my next question is, George, and I'm sure Mr. Flood is listening, which actually he might be here in the building tonight. But if a player pulls the jersey over someone, how is it at an equipment violation there? Or, you know, even if you have a tie down, I mean, if someone pulls your jersey over, I don't understand how that could be an equipment violation.
All right, here's Hines. Back for Sims. Shot was blocked. Hines with his shot got it through. Whiffen with a good save. Doesn't give up a rebound this time.
Well, one thing I will say, George, it's good when we have people chime in. I mean, I can remember a year when Corey Keats was listening to our game, being a goaltender, and we talked about the goaltenders on the benches without their masks on and quick depth, and of course someone was listening. And
you cleaned that one up in a hurry.
Thank you. And of course, Mr. Flood, good. I'm glad he's listening. He's an entertaining individual, George. And his good buddy, Bill Healy, his brother-in-law, is up there watching the game. I'm going up and having a chat with Bill between game periods.
That came right out in front. Fitzgerald is away. Only a minute to go here in the second period. That bounced in just wide of the goal. Cataracts are on it. Fitzgerald. Drover. The other side. Josh Fitzgerald with a shot. Good save by Foss.
And Foss come out and challenged. Nice blocker save.
Coffey turns and goes. Pass up ahead. Hines in all alone. Hines lost his balance a little bit as he broke in. Whiffen made the save.
Yeah, he was losing his balance before he got the puck. Then he got it and, of course, tried to make a deke, which is rare for him with the shot that he has.
Well, he was in so close. He didn't have much choice, I don't think.
No, you're right.
Here's Nick Fitzgerald. 15 seconds to go. Comes right into the crease. Foss keeps it out. 13.5 left to go in the second.
Never had much action in the first 14 minutes. We got a bit there in the last 2 or 3. And George, I talked about Sims moving back on D, and that's a result also of the ejection with the players. So little short of D, so Sims, versatile player he is, moves back in a defensive position.
Yeah, we've seen Steven Sims play forward and defense.
Yeah.
Quite often. Pass missed Fitzgerald. They're going to wave off the icing. 2 seconds left to go, and that'll do it. So good period for the Red Wings. They strike twice and now lead this game 2-1. A game that will determine, or most likely will determine, first place. Only way it won't is if the Cataracts win in overtime. Other than that, it's whichever team wins takes first place.
Yeah, so there's
Shots on goal, as you see, lopsided 28-11 in favor of the Deer Lake Red Wings.
Well, particularly the last, say, 7 or 8 minutes. Well, they had a span there, 3 shifts in a row, where they just owned the offensive zone, the Deer Lake Red Wings, that is. And, of course, Whiffen had to come up with a couple of big saves, and we thought it was going to be an empty net there with Cheers, and not sure how, I don't know if Wicks got a stick on it or if he was able to make it go wide, but it was an empty netter, but they did score shortly after that one.
All right, they put 18 minutes up on the intermission clock, and we will be back in just under 18 minutes from now with period number 3 of this game between the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts and the Deer Lake Red Wings here from the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium. Back in a few moments, everyone.
Anyway, George, we come back to the third period after some discussions regarding equipment and tie downs and so on and so forth. Got some things clarified. Start the third period. The Cataracts are down by a goal, as we talked about in the opening. It's a big game tonight, going to possibly determine who's going to be in first place in this league. And George, I'm looking at the ice here now. There's a lot of water on the ice. Looking down to the left of goaltender Whiffen to our right,
There's a
you can
tremendous
see a
amount of water.
lot of water. I just watched him flick his stick there now, and
He threw up a bit of a rooster tail of water.
there's a lot there.
I don't know if they're going to. They're still waiting for Tyler Whiffen to get ready. Now they're good. Hopefully the ice will. The ice will freeze. The water will freeze before too long. Will come into play. A pass misses everybody. That'll be an icing call against the Red Wings. Just 7 seconds into this third period. Yep, 2-1. Red Wings lead this one. If either team wins this one in regulation time, they will capture first place in the league. They have home ice advantage throughout the playoffs that start next week. Semifinals 4-7.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check your tickets for the hoodie, the ball hat, and the toque. And the winning number 4953.
Do you have tickets on the ball cap and the toque, Robert?
I didn't have them tonight. I'm not sure if my wife did or not, but I'd rather the beer.
That's right, there's beer there. Cantwell wound up and missed it. Somehow it got through to the goaltender. Went by everybody at a snail's pace.
Attention fans, get your 50-50 tickets from sellers around the stadium. You can't win if you're not in.
All right, Fitzgerald to face off against Canes. Canes wins it. Robinson came right in front of the goal. He had to be careful there. Cataracts come up with it. May along the boards. Fitzgerald played it back. Parsons picked that off. Goes to an open wing. Anderson trying to race onto it. He gets to it. A lot of reach. And the puck just trickles down to Whiffen. Parsons, Canes, and Anderson out there. Some big guys up front here for the Red Wings.
Rangy, tall, get in on the forecheck well, use their sticks well.
The blue line for May went under his stick. Robinson goes the other side. There's Anderson. Anderson, long shot. Whiffen's got that, looks it right into the glove and hangs on. Cataracts change up their defense. Cantwell and Fitzgerald come out.
George, is that Mark Robinson as the assistant coach over on the bench with the Deer Lake Red Wings as
I
well?
was looking over. He's not listed, but
Yeah,
pretty sure that's Mark.
Because I'm looking at him today, so he's definitely doing double duty as.
Anderson rips it wide.
That's definitely Mark Robinson. He coached today the Western Kings.
Head
the
coach of the
under 18.
Western Kings. We did their game last night and again this afternoon.
It's definitely him.
Yeah.
I can't remember him being there the first period, however, but may have been.
Saw him there in the second period. Just didn't
Okay.
didn't comment on it at the time. Fitzgerald plays it behind the goal. Cataracts get it down deep, out in front. Here's Fitzgerald with a chance. Foss comes sliding out to make the save.
One of the things that you're going to need to know, or Cataracts are going to need to do, George, they're going to need to stay on their blue line a little bit longer. They've been leaving a little early, at least in my estimation. Of course, because of that, you don't get as much ozone time. And so, you really need to keep it there, which means that your defensemen have got to understand when it's good to stay and good to go.
Clean face-off win. Rattles around, doesn't get through to the goal and cleared out. Fitzgerald back to get it. Shears brings it in just onside. Shears forced wide by Coffey. It's it behind the goal. Mullet trying to backhand it out in front. Josh Fitzgerald with it. Again for the Cataracts, no Andre Gill tonight, no Mike Brent. The Red Wings, no Michael Hines, no Ryan Penny, no Billy Clark in goal. So far, Foss has been more than adequate. the goaltender for the Red Wings. Hasn't been overly busy, but it's come up with some big saves. Sims doesn't get it out. Kept in by the Cataracts. King gets to it. In behind the goal. Coffey trying to get it out in front. Edgar's in the crease. Jam away. It is still in behind the goal. Now it comes to the side. Back in behind, up along the boards. Wicks will keep it in for the Cataracts. Coffey pinned against the boards by Gillard. Tried to get it to King. Cleared away. Coffey now for the Red Wings. Protected the puck. Got it back towards the point. They go the other side. That hit the outside of the net. Great pass. Just a little bit deep. Hines was a couple of feet out. Had a better angle. Coffey with the reverse hit on Edgar. Knocked him down. Red Wing player lost his balance as he went in behind the goal. That was Coffey, and then Cataracts clear it down the ice. Icing.
Yerlicher getting in on the forecheck. George, you talked about Brandon Hans was over in his favorite spot off the weak side. Of course, he was down almost on the goal line when he let that shot go, hit the side of the net. For the fans up this way, looked like the net was rippling, that it was in, but it wasn't.
Kept in by the Red Wings. McKay slashes at it. Puck goes up in the air. Stays in play. Dumped back in. Cantwell back to get it. Off the boards. Kept in by the Red Wings. There's a shot that goes wide. Robinson here at the right point. Off the stick. High into the corner. Stays in play. Cantwell's got it up along the boards. Parsons picked that off. Parsons down into the corner. Tried to get it back to Parsons. McKay pinching in. Now Parsons has it. Puts it behind the goal. Fitzgerald has it. Drover trying to get around the outside. Drover holding it. Protecting the puck. Leaves it for Sims. Go the other side. Dumped in. See, Sims has moved up on that first line. He played some there partway through the season. Back up now with Maher and Drover.
And Cataracts need a little bit more offense, so trying to put him up there.
Urquhart with a shot. Easy save for Whiffen. Directed it into the corner. Drover picks up the loose puck. Here's Cody Drover. Pass was in behind Maher. I didn't really see it. Gillard moves it up at the blue line. They'll come this side for Mullet. Mullet breaking in. Mullet with a shot. Save made by Whiffen. Rebound cleared out to center. Oh, to Gillard. Knocked out of the air. Back to Gillard. Winter has to go back. Mullet will get in there first for the Red Wings. Winter takes him to the boards. Kicked loose by Mullet. Comes off the boards and the Cataracts have it. Nick Fitzgerald drags it in over the blue line but doesn't get it deep. It's cleared back out. Fitzgerald at center. To weave his way around. Cut off by Langdon. Over here to Wicks. Wicks winds up the big slap shot. Had a lot on it, but a easy save for Foss. Face-off will be in the Red Wings' end.
Goaltender chose to hold it. Wanted to recognize that players needed a change. Easy trapper stop. Face off to his right.
Cantwell back to pick it up. Takes it back inside his own blue line. Maher tried to play it back. Hines has got it. Back for Sims. Over to Robinson. Brandon Hines. Robinson drops it back for Sims. That one off of Maher. Puck bouncing around at center. Yeah, Coffey's got it. Coffey will bring it in. Winds up, rolling puck The shot away went off Whiffen. Face-off will stay in the Cataracts end.
One of the things you're noting now, George, is that shifts are much quicker here. I was watching Cataracts. They had 3 shift changes in the last minute and a half, and they've come back up with their number 1 unit, brought them back on now as Deer Lake chose to go. And now the Cataracts, because they had their last change, sending out another line, hoping that try to avoid the checking line that Deer Lake is employing against the Cataracts Drover, Mar, Sims line.
Running around the boards, Gillard able to hold it in. Shot went off of Winter behind the goal. Fitzgerald lost it in his skates, comes loose. Gillard picks it off at center. And shoot it back in. On it first, Anderson. Parsons. Try and throw it in front. Keynes was in front of the goal. Puck went back to the boards. Parsons on it. Into the middle. Anderson, a shot. Stopped by Whiffen.
Cataracts, George, just got their legs spread. They're just not moving at all on the puck here.
That came right through the crease. Back the other way. And empty net. Unable to convert was Anderson. We've got a penalty. And it appears to be going against the Cataracts. 2 minutes for slashing. Josh Fitzgerald gone to the penalty box. Deer Lake leading by 1. Now we'll go on the power play.
This is a big moment in this game, George. I mean, I know it's 2-1. There's 12 and a half minutes left, or 12-16, but a power play here now to get you up by a couple would really make it a difficult road to hoe for the last 10 minutes or so for the Cataracts. It's a big kill.
And the Red Wings win the faceoff. Robinson. Long shot in, scores.
Yeah.
I don't know how that got through.
I'm watching goaltender Whiffen, George. He comes out. He just tries to get in position. It beats him short side up over his shoulder. That took 7 seconds. You watch here, George. Faceoffs are so critical. Get it here. It's a pass that's designed for Hines. Comes back over here. And you watch this, George. I don't think the goaltender could see it. No, he couldn't see it at all.
Didn't look like there was any room there at all.
Nope.
And somehow Gillard found it.
Goaltender could not see it. There was a D-man in front of him for the Cataracts and also a forward. He tries to get square, which he does, and how it found that top corner is beyond me, but it did.
There's a hit. Robinson gets knocked down. Cataracts need to get something going now, down by 2. May gets stood up by Gillard with a good check as he crossed the blue line.
May was the one who hit Robinson. He was the one who was hit earlier in the game, which resulted in the fight.
Fitzgerald picks that off. Back to Nick Fitzgerald. In front. Cataracts can't get a shot on net. Langdon pokes it into the corner. Coffey. That shot didn't get through. May will tip it in. Sims back to pick it up. Drover in over the blue line trying to protect it. He lost it. Keynes will get to it first for Deer Lake. Under 11 to play. Shot by Parsons well wide of the goal. Coming off the bench, McKay with his shot. Anderson behind the goal. Parsons.
Check your tickets for the 50-50 draw. It's worth $1,400.
Wow, that's one of the biggest 50-50s I heard in a while. $1,400.
We had a couple 1,200s and 1,100s. That's a 1,400 even. Nice.
Sims twisting and turning behind the goal.
Testament to the crowd here tonight and support.
Fitzgerald with a shot blocked up high by Parsons, and Parsons played it out. That's a glove pass. They got it.
Linesman was Johnny on the spot.
I got all excited there. I saw that one.
Yeah, see, you're going with
I
your
even
hand.
I made the motion too.
Yeah. I think that
I
they
need a
recognize
whistle.
that.
Need a whistle.
Need a whistle, okay, yeah. Basketball official, right? That would have resulted in a breakaway, and of course the official was right there to see it quite easily.
We get the Go Cats Go chant going, trying to
Wow.
get this team going. It's been a bit of a lethargic game, to be honest.
You're right there, George.
Robinson on it. That hit
Got him right in the mouth,
hit
George.
Gale right in the mouth.
Oh my-
Amazing save by Whiffen.
I can't believe that. Of all,
Wow.
Brandon Hines, Johnny on the spot by himself, got a rocket of a shot away. And how Whiffen was able to get over and make that pad save is beyond me.
Thought it was 4-1. Gale got hit in the mouth
He
and
did.
was out of the play. They were effectively short one player with the Cataracts. There's a chance in front of Whiffen with another save.
Wow.
Maybe that'll light a spark.
They're all over the Cataracts, George. I mean, unbelievable. Both ends of the rink. That save that Whiffen made, that's one of the all-time saves that you're going to see by any goaltender in any league. Coming off arguably one of the best shooters in this league, Brandon Hines.
A&W, Canadian Tire, McDonald's, Bud Light.
Face-off win for the Cataracts. Trouble getting it out. It's kept in. And the Red Wings get it in a little deeper. Shears in on the forecheck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning number for 50-50
That came out over the blue line.
If you have that number, come over and head to Blackberry and see Mr. Kenny Freak and somebody's about to play.
.8:53 left to go. Face-off just outside the Cataracts blue line. Ahead for Fitzgerald. He's forced to the boards by Sims on a good play. Comes in front. Byrne tried to turn and shoot it. Couldn't find the puck. Shears drops it. Mullet with a shot. Change direction. Whiffen made the save. Lucas McKay. Just shoot it in.
It's offside, delayed offside.
Long pass. Good one for Drover. Missed it though. It's Cantwell over to Wicks. Off the boards. That's picked off by Canes. 8 minutes left to go. Regulation time. Cataracts unable to mount very much offense at all here this evening.
Not a whole lot going on, George. And Deer Lake on the other side have been doing a great job of getting in on the offensive zone and not giving the Cataracts a whole lot of ice.
Drover surrounded by Red Wings as he got to the blue line, and that's
Four
rejected.
white jerseys there, George, and really with nowhere for Drover to go.
Drover reaching for it, couldn't get it. Now he's got it along the boards. Tried to play it back to the point. That was picked off. Anderson has it. Anderson will get it out. Canes tried to knock it down. Drover's got it. Tried to get it for Sims. A little too far for him. Marr just onside. Tried to give it to Sims. Marr with a shot, and Foss makes a save. As I said, not busy, but has been good when he's had to be.
Yeah, and the thing is that you looked at Murray from this point of view. You can see Sims coming in off the wide side and looked like Murray was going to get him on the pass, and he would have been in all alone. But great defensive play by the left D-man for the Deer Lake Red Wings. Get a stick there and knock it down.
Fitzgerald winds up. That went off a stick into the far corner. Oak played it off the boards. It'll come out at center. Stopped there by King. Coffey able to shoot it in. Again, they just get rid of it. Didn't do anything with it. Nothing positive.
Right now, George, they don't have any centerman coming back to get some support to a forward, and it's a dump in, dump out, and of course, Deer Lake will be quite content for this to continue.
Oh, they're delighted. Time keeps ticking away. Under 6.5 to go. Deer Lake with a great defensive effort here tonight. That shot by Hines went up in the air.
Hines has had a couple of great opportunities here in this third period.
Coffee. Shot right on goal, an easy one. Cleared away by Foss. And again, Red Wings get back, break it up. Anderson just plays it down deep. More time running off the clock. Nick Fitzgerald trying to work his way in. Forced into the corner by McKay. Back at the point, Cantwell with a shot. That just missed. Mullet got it ahead. It'll be kept in. Now Byrne tried to hold it in, but it hit Sims. Came out. Cantwell. That's for Byrne. He'll chip it in. Byrne gets hit by McKay. Mullet will bring it out. Mullet with a little bit of room to go. Mullet cutting into the middle, drops it off. Nice shot by Shears, and Whiffen with another save.
Nice little delay there. Mullet comes in, brings it, little toe drag coming back to the middle. Looked like he was going to take the shot. Chose to go behind him. Freed up Shears a little bit. Good quality shot. Goaltender Whiffen made the easy save.
5:02 left.
Another face-off win by the Red Wings again, George. Heads up. Heads up.
Goes into the stands, or did it make it into the penalty box?
Into the penalty box, just behind Ken Hoffling. I don't even think he's aware.
Nope.
Can't believe
Wasn't looking.
No, can't believe his buddy Dave Grimes didn't try to grab that.
Another face-off win for the Red Wings. That went off of Gale right into the middle of the ice. Red Wings had a chance. Here's Drover. Drover one-on-one. Drover trying to drag it in, and a good job by Robinson to stay with him.
Good to see Gale back, George. I think he was the one who took the puck into the mouth, chin.
Yep.
And he got patched up, stitched up or something. He's back out there again.
This time a face-off win for the Cataracts. Behind the goal, went past Drover. Just kept in by Marin, a good play. That went off a skate up high. Fitzgerald has it. Josh Fitzgerald knocked down by Gillard. Drover.
Gillard's played a phenomenal game here for the Red Wings tonight.
Oh, he's a great player.
He does everything well.
Gale just held it in. Went off a leg into the corner. Drover on it. Drover cycles it back down low. Looking for Fitzgerald. Coffey has it. Coffey can't get it out. Cataract staying on it. Fitzgerald with a chance and laying out the block. It was Langdon.
Threw his head out at it.
Face first. That's
Wow.
not the way they teach it, but it worked. Maher faked the shot. Maher working his way in. Lost the handle. Through the boards, and the Red Wings clear it. Good pass. Hines. Dog tired, heads to the bench. Fitzgerald. Drover. Again down in that far corner. A little under 3.5 to go. May. Gets rid of it. Canes. Pass for Robinson. Parsons. And Kyle King try and make something happen here. King circling the goal, back at the point. Cantwell, wrist shot, doesn't get through. Winter has it. Cataracts net is empty.
Wow.
They had a chance. Deer Lake clear it. So 6 attackers out there now for the Cataracts. Parsons dumps it in. Cantwell back to pick it up. Pass for King. King gets it in over the blue line. Left it for Drover. Drover plays it around behind the goal. On it first, Coffey. Marr circling the goal. Turns. Plays it back the other way. Fitzgerald couldn't get to it. Coffey ducked under a check. Marr has it. We're down now to just 2 minutes to go here in the third period.
It's going to be a high stick.
It's going to go against Coffey. That will probably do it. Cody Drover showing his frustration, banging his stick on the dasher as he comes to the bench.
Yeah, that will probably do it, George. Goaltender pulled with great opportunity down low. The puck came over to the left, and Stephen Sims was there on the side of the net for the Deer Lake Red Wings, was able to get rid of it. Then, of course, the Cataracts had to go back and regroup to dropping the puck. Goaltender is not even ready. Redo.
And right from the face-off, the puck went off. Somebody up and out of play. Face-off will stay right there. 1:53 to go.
Brandon Hines got that shot away, George. He comes in and he shoots that puck. It goes off of his stick and up and over the net.
So while first place may be not in the cards for the Cataracts, barring some sort of miracle finish here, tomorrow's game still has some interest as Cataracts will host the Corner Brook Royals, and they will be first-round opponents in the playoffs starting next weekend here at the Joe Byrne.
They're going to see a lot of each other in the next couple of weeks.
So we'll get a preview of that semifinal matchup. Langdon. McKay. Rear shot over the top of the goal.
1 minute.
Into the final minute here in the third period. Goes down to Foss. He'll keep the clock going. For a big crowd, Robert, it was very quiet, and
You're right there, George.
the play dictated that.
It was a huge crowd, or still is a huge crowd, but
Yeah, most have stayed around.
yeah,
Starting to filter out now.
50-50, $1,400, that's offsides.
So we've got one more game to do before the regular season comes to an end for the Cataracts. That's tomorrow afternoon, 1:30 here at the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium. They'll take on the visiting Corner Brook Royals, and we'll have that game for you here on AO.live.
And George, the Cataracts are going to come away with a loss here tonight, but tomorrow's game is important. You're playing the Corner Brook Royals again, which you're going to see in the playoffs. But it's also about, you never ever want to lose a couple of games in a row, regardless of what time of the year it is, particularly at the end.
Yeah, especially when you're going into the playoffs.
Exactly. They will have home ice advantage.
Yeah, but a big win here tonight for the Red Wings. And they just really kind of smothered the Cataracts
They did.
defensively. Cataracts didn't have a whole lot of jump, not many scoring chances. Foss came up with some big saves when he had to.
Yeah, that's a well-deserved victory for the Deer Lake Red Wings here tonight, George.
Yep.
They played a solid game, both ends of the ice. And, of course, it was my first opportunity to get to see defenseman Gillard, and he was worth the price of admission. I really like the way that he plays the game. Both ends of the ice, he's strong. He gets in.
They
gets
just
in
had
shooting
just
range.
taking the shots on goal off the clock, but it was
It was
40,
double.
40-17, a little more than double.
Yeah, more than double,
For
right?
the
And-
Red
and-
Wings.
But the Cataracts just couldn't muster enough offense, George. They never had enough hose time, and as a result, they found themselves chasing the puck more than having the puck. Obviously, they were missing a couple of key guys, and in big Mike Brent and Andre Gill and others. However, so were Deer Lake. Michael Hines, who's a stellar player for them. But Deer Lake just did a lot of really good things well tonight, George. They owned the face-offs.
Yep.
They had some really good coverage down low, but they did a great job of cycling. They got some big, strong forwards, George, who can cycle a puck and really keep the puck down low. And that tires you out defensively, and you're trying to muster up a bit of offense to, get it to your forwards. You just can't do it. It's tough to do.
All right, so that ends the regular season for the Red Wings. They will again take first place, as they did last year in the West Coast Senior Hockey League.
Yes.
This year it's the Central West.
Okay.
You just got to reverse the first two initials.
Okay.
Right.
CW,
Yeah.
WC. Okay.
So they will have home ice advantage through the playoffs, assuming they can get through the first round. They will take on the Stephenville Lightning, and the Cataracts will take on the Corner Brook Royals starting next weekend. And again, Cataracts and Royals play tomorrow. So, as I said, a little preview of that coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, let's hope for another big crowd tomorrow afternoon, Super Bowl Sunday.
That's right, Super Bowl. I've got we talked about it earlier when we did the Impact game earlier this afternoon,
Yeah.
and you said you picked the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
I just can't go against Mahomes.
Very difficult to go against Mahomes, and look forward to the game here tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll look forward to Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, that'll do it for Robert Golding and our cameraman Steve Noseworthy. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a great night.